Hi, hi. So let's talk about books today. And my favorite books this year, which I have read up till now. So basically, I am a new reader. I have started reading recently. I never, before this, I never really had any motivation to read, which is why I never read anything. But I used to read self help books though when I was in 10th, 11th, 12th. But after that, but apart from it, I did not really think that reading has scope because if I want to like picture any rom-com movie, rom-com scene, I could just watch a movie, or I could watch K dramas, or I could watch reels, YouTube animation videos on YouTube. So that was my thing before, and I never thought I could be somebody who could enjoy watching romantic novels. And it was shocking for me when I read my first novel and I loved it because I thought I was a person who did not had any imagination whatsoever. And that is true, not gonna lie, because I can't imagine anything. I have never put in efforts to imagine certain scenarios and act upon it, or have done anything, or have used my imagination. Even I remember this time when we used to be in school. Used to be like a section in Marathi, Hindi, and English paper that you have to think a certain scenario and write an essay about it. I was so bad at it. I was so bad at imagining, thinking, or at least what I thought back then. And I used to write something terrible and I used to come back. So that was like the least favorite part in that paper, in papers for me back when I was young. Which is why I made a perception that I might not be a good reader, a person who can imagine whatsoever. But it changed last year when I read. I guess at the ending of last year when I read my first fiction novel. Wait, I'll show you. So, this is the book which I read, and the name of the book is Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And I just bought this book for 100 200 rupees from a mela, from a fair which was in near my house. And I bought three books for 100. One of them was like this. I bought three novels. Two of them were like, I don't even know, some random stories. I have not read it yet, but amongst them one was this book. And the summary of this book is quite catchy, which is why I picked it. I didn't really knew anything about the author, or I have never even heard the name, and even the title, I mean the cover is not that catchy. But I got it after reading the summary, and I was just bored out of my mind last year, and I did not really wanted to watch phone because I was fed up of watching phone. So I decided to read this book, and kid you not, I never even thought that this book can get so interesting. I mean, the scenarios which have been portrayed in this book, I could clearly imagine it because the author has literally expressed every single thing so precisely, so nicely, that you can imagine it. And I was shocked that I could imagine so well. So whenever I used to go to sleep, I used to read like certain chapters before falling asleep, and after waking up, whenever I had a habit of watching phone as soon as I wake up. So I wanted to break that habit, which is why I started reading in the first place. So before sleeping I used to watch, after waking up I used to watch this, and it just got so interesting, and I was so shocked that I would love a book. But that is what happened, and I'm glad that I did. So after this book, I I thought that I am fascinated by romantic novels now, which is why I bought another book after. But this time I watched a review on YouTube channel, on somebody's YouTube channel. I don't remember the name, but I was just searching romantic books for beginners and romantic novels for beginners. Then this one book came, I don't have that book right now because I've given it to a friend, but I'll post a picture of that book right here. So I guess the name of the book is uh, Just Like the Movies, something like that was the name. I'm sorry, but I don't remember the name. But that book hooked me, and it was also like a really tiny, easy to read book. It is actually for beginners, and I loved that book. It was so nice. And in this book also, the story has been narrated so nicely, and it is not like really spicy or not spicy at all. Yeah, it is midway, I feel like, similar to this book. Um, and it is so fun, and I think I will recommend that book as well, because why not? So that is it about the second book. I'm sorry, actually, I don't have that book right now in front of me, which is why I don't think I can explain it very well. But yeah, so now I will show you all about the third book, which I'm reading this year, and the book is If He Had Been With Me. So this book is recommended by my friend, which is why I'm reading, because you know what, I have figured it out that I am a sort of person who needs break after reading like some romantic novels, who just needs to absorb everything she has read. I can't just skip to one book to other just in like minutes, because I don't know why that is the thing with me, but I need some time in between. So the third book is this, and I'm still reading it. I guess I'm halfway there. I've read it now, but as much as I've read it, it's nice. It's cool. The summary of this book is also cool. And I don't think this is like a fully love story. At least I have not reached that part. But so far, so good. I don't know what sort of review I can give about this book. But this book has hooked me up till now. The scenarios which they have expressed, because in this book the author is taking me from the present to the past moment and again to the present moment. So that is really hard. At least I think that is hard for somebody to explain. So here it is beautifully explained in this book. And yeah, after reading this whole book, I might post a short about this book. But that is it about that book. So the reason I'm making this video, like showing you all the books which I've read, is because I think people should really shift their time into reading books, because anyways we are gonna spend our time doing something random, so why not just read book, so that at least you will be in the moment. Because when we watch phone, we are on some other dreamland, and we don't really have any we don't really have any presence of mind, which is why I feel like we don't really know that we're living life. I mean, it is already July, and some people may feel like this is how we have came from January to July. I mean, the years after COVID are running. I mean, just now I gave my 10th standard. I didn't even give my 10th, but just now it ended, and now it's 2025 already, and I am in the final year of my college, and this is shocking to me because I've spent half of my life on the phone, on social media, on YouTube. But I think this is something which I believe is making my life memorable, making this part of my life memorable, because I'm spending it doing something which makes my time in the moment fun, and I'm just not feeling sad by the end of it that I wasted my time. Despite of not doing something productive, I don't get a feeling of wasting my time. And I'm also like proud because I didn't really thought that I could become a leader, but I have, and I'm so proud of myself for being that way. But that is it. So I made this video for the purpose of you all. I made this video so that you all can just shift your perspective from can shift your focus from watching phone to watching books, so that you can make life worth living instead of scrolling. And yeah, I think that is what my motto was behind this video. So that is it for the video. So these are the three books I think you can watch as a read as a beginner, because it is easy to read, and it can help you get out of this habit of yours of watching phone, and it is something nice you could start. That is it for today. Bye.